Hi everyone, Gruntle here, and this is my guide to legendary and unique weapons in Borderlands the pre-sequel. This episode we're looking at the Fibber, which is a unique pistol manufactured by Hyperion and returning from Borderlands 2. Now, I am not sure if this has a set drop or can actually drop in the pre-sequel, but all I know is it's in the game files. I've been trying to research if it can actually drop or be put through the grinder or something like that to come from the grinder, but yeah, I haven't been able to find whether or not you can actually get this in the game except for using a save editor. I know you can use a save editor to get it, that's what I have done. But anyway, it's going to come in all different elements, so it's going to be non-elemental and also corrosive, incendiary, cryo and shock elements, and it also is going to come in 3 variations. Now the first one is going to be, it depends on the barrel by the way, they look no different, but they do have different abilities attached to them. So the first one here is going to be the Ricochet, and so I'll show you on this one here. What will happen is the bullet will hit the ground, ricochet up, and when it hits, it splits into quite a few pellets. So, no, that's not going to work. Oh, you can't see it. Nisha's skill is being very annoying right now. Ah, there we go, you'll be able to see it here. So, that is the bullet spread. There's one in the middle and then a bunch around the outside that the Ricochet one has. You should generally be able to see it happen, but because of Nisha's skills, they are ricocheting towards the enemies and making it a little difficult here. But basically, you're going to get a heap of damage coming off. And the good thing about this is that all of the pellets that ricochet off can be affected by, where is it, Tombstone skill or any other skill that affects the bullets that come out, such as hot lead. So it does a heap of damage if those skills are activated. Next up is the shotgun one, I believe. So it spits out a lot of slow moving pellets and kind of a shotgun spread. So it's not terribly accurate. They are ricocheting only because of Nisha's skills, so usually they wouldn't ricochet, so ignore all of that ricocheting, but yes, it puts out a bunch of shotgun pellets, and of course those can all get affected by skills as well. Lastly is the critical hit bonus one, which has an arcing effect, kind of like the Ice Scream, and the, I can't remember what its name is, but the Vladov assault rifles, there's a couple of them that do this kind of thing. Oh, that's a nice one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 3, no, 9 pellets. This is the Ricochet one. Anyway, I was talking about this one. So it's going to arc up, back down to him. See if I can get it to actually hit him. Nope. It's ricocheting to them. But there we go, aiming down sights is better. So you can see 578k if you hit the critical spot, but only 1928.8 or 288. I don't know how to say numbers. Numbers are bad things. But yes, you get a bunch of extra damage if you hit their critical spot. But it's quite a difficult thing to do with the arc, and especially if the enemies are going to be moving. So my favourite one is the Ricochet one because of the amount of pellets that come out. 9 pellets if you hit the ground first is amazing. So what I'm going to be doing when I'm killing the enemies is aiming for the ground in front of them, and then Nisha's Ricochet skills will help most of the bullets hit the enemies, which will be really useful and do a heap of damage to them hopefully. Now if we look at the parts of this, you can see first of all that it actually looks really cool. It's got a interesting looking skin, gold and red and blue with lots of pluses everywhere. It actually looks quite cool. But the parts, it is a Hyperion body of course, and it has a scav barrel, always going to be a scav barrel, but there are 3 variations on the scav barrel. They don't look any different, but of course as I said before they act different when you're firing. Then I've put a Jacob's Jacob's grip on this, and that's to add the extra damage. It does decrease the fire rate, increase the reload time, and increase recoil. but the damage increase is what I'm looking for. I want to get a heap of damage when I get the critical hits from Tombstone skill. Lastly, the sight is Hyperion for matching up with the manufacturer, but it's not going to affect how the gun works. And then the attachment is the damage attachment. It's going to give increased damage while also giving increased recoil, but as I was saying before, damage is what I'm going for here, so that's pretty good. Now the red text, Would I Lie to You, and the name Fibber, those are both talking about how the card stats are completely incorrect and they don't tell you anything about how the gun works. So there's probably a similar, like some sort of multiplication you can do or something to actually find out the correct damage of the weapon, the correct accuracy and things like that, but I haven't looked at that too much. Basically what you want to know is whether it's the Ricochet one, the shotgun one, or the crit one. So yes, also just so you know, the critical hit one will ricochet even if you're not using Nisha, so will the Ricochet of course, but the shotgun one will not. And one more thing, the attachment, what is this one? I think this is the ×2 attachment. So the ×2 attachment will work, I believe. If I get it hitting an actual surface. Yeah, so you can see the ×2 one will work. It'll get you a heap of more bullets coming out, so you can get kind of twice the amount coming off, and it might actually be more effective than the damage prefix. However, it is going to run through your ammo quite a lot quicker, and you're going to have to be doing much more reloading. Oh, talking of reloading, I was going to show you the reload for the each of the variants. So this is the Ricochet reload. It's a reasonable speed. The shotgun reload is a lot longer. That is the longest of the three. And then the critical hit one is pretty reasonable as well. So if you're going to be using the shotgun, you're going to be wanting to increase or decrease the reload time, increase the reload speed of the weapon for maximum usability, I guess. Now, character-wise, I'm going to be using Nisha because of her Tombstone skill, as I was saying, and also the Ricochet. Which skill is that? The one that makes bullets ricochet, trick shot. So they hit walls, they have a chance to ricochet off toward nearby enemies, so that's going to help it ricochet to the enemies and get all of those 9 pellets hitting. But you could also use pretty much any other character is going to be good with the Fibber, because the Fibber is quite well powered with its different abilities if you can use them correctly. And also there's all of the different elements, so you could use the cryo one with Aurelia, or Athena could use the incendiary or shock versions. Jack and Wilhelm can probably use any of them depending on what you're wanting it for, because they are all quite good. I like how the bullet decals are coming through that guy's face. Interesting. Yeah. So we're going to jump over to Overlook anyway, and I'm going to show you how this Ricochet version performs, and I'm going to be using the one without any elements so that I get the hot lead skill activating, giving the incendiary damage bonus, and yeah, we'll see how that works. I think it's going to work quite well. And here we are in Overlook with Nisha and the Fibber, the Ricochet Fibber, and it is taking out the enemies very quickly. It's almost a single shot kill on everything in here. The badass enemies in a second take a few more hits, but everything else is just falling in a single shot. And because of Nisha's skills, she's firing off really quickly and they're ricocheting towards enemies, and it's just taking out all of the enemies in high speed, which is amazing. So I'm sure it will be useful like this with other characters. Probably not quite as effective, but definitely will work. Now, if you want to read more about this weapon, especially how it is in Borderlands 2, you can check out the description for the link to the wiki page. It's just under the like button there above the comment section, where you can leave suggestions for my next videos. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy using the Fibber if you choose to use it. Probably you will have to change your game save files for it. But otherwise, I will catch you guys later. and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.